how often in your career do you get to sort of pause, divert, and like take a master class in the thing that you love the most, which is basketball? And to be able to be a part of this, he's a brilliant mind. He's put an incredible staff together, and be able to be part of it is something I'm grateful for literally every minute I'm here. Was I scared? Sure. I think, they say if your dreams don't scare you a little bit, then they're not big enough. And so when I started to feel, certainly it was hard for me to leave Cal, a job I was very happy in, a place that I loved. That was the hard part, and it's so new. But ultimately, when I just kind of sat with it a little bit, it just felt right.
After spending a couple of weeks with Lindsay right now, it's actually a home run for us. I mean, she's outstanding. She sees just some things that I may not see, Tony may not see, JB might not see, and it's just like another. You put the puzzle together of your team, and you put another puzzle together of your staff. And they're just as important. And so we're trying to fill those pieces. Who can give us the most to be the best in the long run? And she's been perfect for it.
How different will it be coaching men for the first time?
So a lot of the things I think are just very, they flow across the board, right? Coaching is about relationships, and just even getting to spend a little time with Darius and Dylan and the other guys that I've met. I think when guys or women know that you care about them, that you know what you're talking about, that you can make them better, they're going to be more willing to run through a wall for you, to listen. I think those things are universal. I'm sure some things will be different, right? But I'm looking forward to that challenge of figuring out how my skill sets as a coach can translate. The basketball is the basketball. So we've been talking this week, doing a lot of X's and O's, and some of the terminology is different, but really, all the concepts are things that we've run, that I've game planned around, that I've tried to figure out, and now I'm just talking through it with JB and Tony and Dan and Coach Beeline, and it's actually my comfort zone, right? Talking about the X's and O's, and then dealing with young people and the young women I coached in college. That's the age of Darius and Dylan and Colin, and so it's pretty neat to see how that will translate.
You get hired, and then a few weeks later you're right into the war room of the draft. Was it what you expected?
Whew. Better. I mean, again, I'm texting some people last night. This is basketball heaven. It was so cool, and again, to see the fruits of everyone's labor. There's just so many high-level people working here and on Intel and all that, and then to end up with these two tremendous young men sitting here achieving their dreams. That's the coolest part of it. But just being in this organization for a week or so, there are so many. I'm amazed how many people there are. Right, in college, it's like I was a head coach with like my 5 or 6 people in the office, and there's just a team of people here working at a really high level, and that you saw that in the war room, and how connected everyone is. So it was cooler than I had even imagined, and I imagined it would have been pretty cool. So I had Coach Beeline and JB cracking up in the car. We were talking. There was a draft prospect there, and kind of talking about, well, what's the difference? Is this a hard move? And I said, what really stresses me out? It's not the basketball. It's how do you get 82 outfits? Coach Beeline's like, I never thought about that. I said, yeah, Coach, because you can just have a couple different ties and mix and match. So I don't know. I'm taking all suggestions. Maybe I'll get some type of clothing deal out of it. Someone will help me out, because that's a lot of shoes and it's a lot of outfits, and it comes really quickly. So it's the one thing I'm a little stressed about, but I'll figure it out.
So you're part of this trailblazing group of women in the